I'm live. I don't know how else to start these freaking things. It tells me I'm live. So I'm live, guys. I guess that means I'm above ground and breathing, and God still loves me. All right. I don't know if this video will stay. I don't know if this video will get deleted. I don't know what's going on. Here's what I know. I have felt that I needed to fix a lot of things in my business for a long time. I have tried very hard to keep systems and processes up to date. I've tried to stay mobile, agile while building this company. I found a few problems last night, and I'm going to be the first one that tells you that if you're using bubble gum and duct tape to keep your systems going in your business, and you have a bunch of workarounds, and you're not careful, the whole thing can come crumbling down like a house of cards. Now that I said that, let me say something, all right? Because I know everybody will run around saying, "Oh, the millionaire is going broke." I'm not going broke. Let's get that freaking straight right now, in case Dusty Graham wants to come running around here again. All right, I'm not going broke. I am far from it. What I can tell you is I use duct tape and shoestrings and bubble gum and patched a lot of things in my business. And I keep growing on top of that bubble gum, duct tape, and shoestrings. And I've never really taken the time to settle in and go, I need to fix some of these things. Well, I've had a couple problems in my business. Did not create any issues within my company. All I did was wake up to a customer that was supposed to get 4 of something and they got 1. So I dug a little deeper and said, okay, why did they only get 1 and not 4 like they were supposed to? I'll try, Pat. I can't promise you. I got problems right now I'm dealing with. The problem is, guys, is there's no real inventory system out there that allows you to build bundles from different pieces and still stock those pieces. And that's where the big problem came from. And I've used a lot of bubble gum, a lot of duct tape, a lot of written out notes and, workarounds and all of that. The problem is that all works great when it's just you. Now I have other people working for me. Some don't even speak my language. They work from foreign countries. And I need to develop, I need to stop. I just need to stop everything that's going on in the business and go, okay, it is time that I become a legitimate company, not self-employed. I know a lot of people look up to me and say, wow, man, he's really got it together. I try to hold it together. But honestly, guys, behind the curtain, there's a lot of bubblegum, duct tape, and shoestring. Does that mean that I am struggling? Absolutely. No. In no way, shape, or form is my business struggling. I see it as like a cartoon. And I'm hoping that I'm able to talk through some of this because I'm really struggling with trying to figure out how to go about implementing all this. This is a major thing that's going to have to happen in my company for me to move forwards in any type of growth, because every single thing that I need for this thing to do up here will affect everything else within the company. I feel like I'm in this cartoon where I have this balloon of water that's starting to leak, and I put Band-Aids on it and duct tape on it, and I put a couple pieces of bubble gum on it, and the water's staying. And then I stick my finger in the last hole that's leaking, and it just goes boom, because I didn't fix it properly. I feel like that's the point I'm at. I could see where if I just patch it with my finger to hold the water in, it's going to all break loose on me. And I don't know where I'm at in it, guys. I've made about 10 phone calls to people I know. I have NASA programmer, some software developers, to people that could help me with this, and I'm just not getting any answers. God wants me to sit in this for a little bit. He wants me to understand that I created this mess. I can get through this mess. What programming you need? Landshark Picker, I wish I could answer that in a simple question, in a simple solution. The problem is with the bundles I'm building in drop shipping, no warehouse program software will pull in from an SKU the pieces you need for that bundle in a invoice or packing slip type thing. I think SKU Vault may be able to help me. The problem is it's 1 o'clock in the freaking afternoon on the East Coast and they don't answer the phone. So that leaves me to doubt their possibilities of being able to help me when they can't even answer the phone, or in 2019. But Landshark Picker says, sounds like you just need a simple component level inventory system. Yes, but then what happens is, as I fix that, it messes up something over here, and it's like a domino effect of bubblegum and duct tape patches that I've put on over the last 12 years. You're preaching to the choir. I'm the guy that does all the bundling. What's happening is when the order is being sent to the manufacturer to fulfill, they're not seeing all the components, which is a major thing. The simple resolution for the simple solution right now is I added some new bundles. All I have to do is go in and put zeros on those new bundles. That'll end any bleeding that may occur within the company or any possibility of future problems. And then I can work on these solutions. And you're absolutely right, Landshark Picker. I need a new inventory system. The problem is my business is a little more complicated than I tend to understand, but I'm starting to understand very quickly as I'm looking for a solution for this. And as I grow, I know a lot of companies have their own software written for them based off of other software. I've used all the patches that I possibly can. For example, if you go into ShipStation, you get to put in, yes, you do, Lisa. If you put in, you can go in and work on the SKU so it displays a certain thing in the pick list. I have used all that to do it. That's not the proper solution going forward as I grow this dropship portion of my company. It's a bubblegum fix. And after a while, bubblegum fixes start to fall apart. And that is where I'm at right now, guys. I've been waiting for something like this. I don't think that I'm panicking. I may act like I'm panicking, and it's because of the way I think. I am slightly autistic, so my mind starts going in 500 directions, and it looks like I'm panicking. I'm not. This is a very natural thing for me to need to talk about it, to work through it, to really wrap my brain around it so I understand it. But you have to understand that sometimes when your business is pushing back on you, it may be because something's not right within your company and you need to take a look at that. I'm reading this book called Scale. Interesting name. It's about growing your business. But before you can grow your business, um, you really need to put systems and processes in place. I have started doing exactly what the book said to do, and on this operations index card that I have, it says shipping plan, restock product, and drop shipping. I have what I need to work on. I mean, I seen it. It was not a major problem. Um, the customer is a business customer. It was on eBay, so it wasn't even like I had to worry about Amazon getting involved. But I seen the implications of what could possibly happen in the future if I would have just kind of thrown some bubble gum and duct tape on it and said, okay, it's good. It has made me realize that my systems are not scalable, which means I am not ready to grow. And I hope, I know that I'm talking in a big business sense here, guys, but if you have a system where you buy something, you bring it in, you take pictures and you list it, that's a system and a process. As you grow your business, that system, you're going to outgrow that system. You're going to have to develop another one that will allow you to process more items. And that's where I'm at. And if I keep pushing forwards, um, it's like a race car. If you just keep dumping gas in the motor, yes, the RPMs will increase, but there's a point where it just goes poof. Um, I'm not. I'm hitting a wall where I don't want to push through, I guess. Um, I know it sounds like there's panic in my voice. I am not panicked at all. My business is 100% fine. I could go lay by the pool, except for my mind would not allow me to lay by the pool today. I am going to put socks and shoes on here in a minute and go try and walk some of this off. What do you do when you reach that point? You really got to go, okay, and you got to put the brakes on hard. And you may have to backpedal, throw the freaking car in reverse, and back up a little. It is, it, it's not scary. I'm not panicked about it. But I can tell you one thing. I can see if I keep going forwards, it's not going to end pretty. I basically just need to stop and go, okay, I need to fix a few things before I go forwards any further. Um, I don't know how else to explain it. I'm really not looking for, um, Linda. Yeah, I can get my own personal software written for what I need it to do. I am sure there's somebody capable of pulling in APIs from all over these different cloud systems now, and I could have somebody write that software, but it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So I really need to stop and take a look and say, okay, this is where the future is. This is where, as the own, I appreciate that, Land Shark Picker. He says, I may know an owner, a developer. Um, let me call you back in 5 minutes, Jay. All right? All right, bye. I hire a land shark. I'm not at the Tara. I'm really not at the point of hiring anybody at the moment. I do want to have a conversation with this SKU vault. It sounds like it may do what I need it to. There is a specific task that I need done. I have a friend that programs at the NASA and aerospace technology and helps keep the planes flying in the air and all that. And I spoke to him briefly this morning, and he said, well, tell me what you need and I'll write it for you. And it's like, I don't know exactly that I need somebody to write anything yet. And if Land Shark, if you are a programmer, if I don't get the answers that I want from this SKU Vault software system, I'll be more than happy to speak to you. You have to understand that systems and processes change. And I'm quickly finding out that it's almost like they change overnight. It's like they worked yesterday, they worked last week. All my process worked fine last week. I didn't have a lick of problems for the last 6 months. Not one little bleep on the freaking radar of anything. Now all of a sudden it bleeped, and I went, I looked at it and went, okay. And I made a couple phone calls and went, oops, this is this could be a slippery slope. I did not zero out the inventory yet. One of the things that I can do is I can personally go in and make sure that I can fix it quickly for the handful of products that I have. In fact, I worked this morning and I made some changes that will help almost overnight. But it's not a fix. It is a bubble gum and duct tape patch that will freaking let go again. And I need to understand that the less I'm involved, the more I pull myself out of this company, the more that these systems and processes can't be fixed with bubble gum and duct tape. That was something my stepfather always said was, get some bubble gum and duct tape and we'll fix it. That's why I titled it that way. I miss the old man. He'd have told me some crazy stuff to fix this, but he had no idea what I was doing anyway. He didn't understand the internet. He was old. He was older than my mother by, I believe, 17 years or something when they met. My mom really misses him from time to time. So I miss the old guy. He was cool. But this is more of a, okay, I just need to rant and go on. And there's just, this business is crazy, guys. I mean, it changes overnight. I didn't have no problems, not even a little bleep on the radar that there might be an issue. This just went, boom, I'm here, like in big neon letters. Look at me, I'm going to crash and burn on you. So, it affects people. It affects my VAs, it affects my plans, it affects my ideas for going forward. I basically have to back up everything and look at everything again. I'd have my index cards out. My wife said, I'm going to get out of your hair and go for a walk for a couple hours. She's off doing her thing. It's not crazy, Linda. I'm at fault. I accept full responsibility for this, guys. I want you to know, I accept full responsibility. I have systems and processes in place. Some of them are very old systems and processes that I've used for years that have worked. And when things changed a little bit or I made a little adjustments here and there, we use these things called workarounds, um, which isn't the end of the world, except for eventually that workaround needs another workaround and it becomes a big mess. And that's where I'm at. My workaround for the workaround for the workaround needs a workaround. So I can either do that, and which makes it absolutely insane for somebody else to even understand what needs to get done to accomplish a simple little task, or I need to find a newer, better solution. Um, you're chasing your tail, LOL. I'm a little more than chasing my tail right now because I was doing all these things for, I don't want to say growth, but increased sales capability without fixing the inner workings of what I was trying to increase the sales of. I kind of put the cart before the horse. Mike, aka the Montana Picker, says, John, I appreciate every bit of information you put out. You are my biggest inspiration. If it weren't for you, my Amazon would be moving so much slower. I appreciate that, Mike. I'm glad that I was able to help one person. I'm sure there's many people that get a lot of information from me. I know that I throw out a lot of nuggets. The problem is all my nuggets are dirty. So you got to kind of pick them up and wash them off a little bit to find the real gold. A lot of the stuff I throw out there, I've been doing for years, and it just doesn't work. I got to go. This is the company I'm having a problem with. I'm sorry, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Give me 1 second, Nathan.